Hi everyone, I'm the Plant Propagator and welcome to my channel. Today I thought I would be at the Redlands Orchid Festival at the RF Orchid booth or tent. And I did go there first thing this morning and was told, no, I'm at the main shop. So I am here at the main shop at RF Orchids with all of my Flask orchids. And it's a little disappointing that I had to come here. Of course, most of the people that are interested in orchids are at the festival and not here. I've talked with a few really interesting people this morning, but I am probably going to be taking most of these flasks home with me. So I have a lot of them and they look great. There's the Encyclia tampensis orchids that I have. I've got Dendrobium mirabellianum, Certipodium punctatum. I've got my different hybrids that I've made, and I even have some of my babies in 2-inch pots. But I was ready to go, and what I find is I got plenty of time to make this video. What I might do is just look around a little bit and take you on a little bit of a tour of some of the facilities here. I've done this before, so the tour is just going to be really, really quick. And again, most of the personnel are at the Orchid Festival. And I went there when I was looking around this morning, and I saw some people, some vendors that I recognized. And I said hello to them, and I had to come here right away because the RF Orchid tent there was full, and there wasn't any room for me, and I was ready to set up on a picnic table when I was told, no, that's not my location, that's not where I should be. So I'm here, and again, what I'll probably have is a good opportunity to. I'm going to have plenty of deflasked orchids. I may do another video on deflasking because I think I'll have some left. This is only some of them that I have that I brought with me. The rest are in a box under the table. So I'm going to have plenty of orchids left over. I'm probably going to have another deflasking party in my laboratory over on the West Coast, and we'll go from there. So that's all I have. I'm set up. I feel good about my setup, but there's no one here. It is Friday morning, and so I don't know. I don't think there are going to be very many people here, and I will stick around through Saturday. I was told that I should come back Saturday and Sunday, but there's just no one here, so I just don't think I'll be staying through Sunday. But it's a nice, relaxing day for me, and I've gotten to meet some interesting people, and hopefully business will pick up, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so what I want to do now is get behind the camera and show you some of the plants that are on display here. Okay, so now I'm inside the Vanda House at RF, and I'm about halfway down the row, so you can see that there are plenty of Vandas really all around, all over the place. We'll stop and take a look at a few of them. And Vandas are always nice. There's water on them because there is somebody really close to me that's watering right now. So I get a little better. But the diversity of color in these Vandas is really, really amazing. And they're just all over. A lot of these Vandas right here. I can see the price on them. So smaller flowering, and these are really nice plants, and there are a lot of them all the way down the row here. And the price on these is $75 here. Over here, you can see the price on some of the flowers kind of sideways a little bit. So these are $50 Vandas. Here's another really pretty blue one right here. But just all around, all over the place, and just really nice colors and patterns and spotting on these things. And also, just so you know, you can't tell, but I'm walking down the row and I am getting some nice fragrance on these guys. So they'll put out some pretty nice fragrance and some nice smells. And again, it's one of the advantages of growing these guys. One of my favorite things oh, and look at this, I can't stop without taking a look at this. But one of my favorite things, if you're a thrifty gardener, is going down this row, and what you can see is all these seedlings. And the nice thing about these seedlings, and the parents that generated the seedlings are right here, but these are all seedlings. These are bare root seedlings, and I've grown these successfully, and they do really well. And these seedlings are $8, so this is the deal space here at RF. And so you can get a real diversity of plants here, and I've grabbed them, and they do well. I've taken these things and strapped them to the palm trees in my backyard, and you can see some watering going on right there. But, oh, and here I got to show you this. So mix and match bare root seedlings, $8. So you can pick these things up for a good price, and there's a lot of them that are available. Okay, so that's it for the Vanda House right now. The water's getting pretty close to me, and I want to go take a look at the Cattleya house now. Okay, so that's it. Again, the deal table here with the $8 Vanda seedlings, and let's go look at cats. Okay, and now we're in the Cattleya house, and I say Cattleyas, but there's some dens. Yikes, there's a lot of white dens right there, but most of what's in here are cats. And what's going on is there's not too many blooms. If you take a look at these plants, there's every once in a while you'll catch some blooms, but for the most part there's not a whole lot of blooms in the Cattleya house. I was trying to find some plants, but I can't actually find them in my viewfinder. Okay, and there's some, I tell you, look at this, because I actually have this, and mine's in spike. So this is at my house in Southwest Florida. So there's a plant that's about ready to bloom, but they got that tagged as not for sale. So anyway, let's go take a look at some of these, just because there's so many of them. And there's some that are in bloom, and they're Cattleyas. They're my favorite. And so we can go take a look at some of them here. So there's a nice bloom on that Cattleya right there. And I really like this. Has some interesting color to it. And the fragrance on this is really nice. But I'm not sure I like the flaring on this. Kind of looks a little spotty. And so it's an interesting looking flower, and these flowers are standing upright a little bit, and I don't know if that's because the flowers opened when it was leaning down, and then they staked the flower up, and I don't know if that's why the flower is kind of staring straight up, but it's hard to get a really good angle on that. Anyway, let's take a look at some more of the Cattleyas. They have a lot of them, and they're well grown. They look really good, but unfortunately not too many of these guys are in spike right now. But we'll go take a look at some real pretty ones that I see up the row just a little bit. And the price for these, you can take a look at, I'll show you the price tags on these. So they're $45, there's no price on that. $45, and there's a real range of prices. Look at the prices on this, but look how intense that color is on the Cattleya right there. That's just a really nice color, and I just would imagine, I didn't smell that one, but I just can imagine that they are all going to be pretty fragrant. Again, some really That's a huge flower. See, single flower on that spike. And so it's big, but it's a huge flower. And that one is $45. Nothing more down this row. Here's a white. I'm going to turn this around so we can see what it looks like. Oop. So that is it's another cat, and the price on this that I can see is $45. But again, some of these are in spike and some are not, but all the plants, what you can rely on is all the plants here are really healthy. All right, down that road, not a whole lot. Down this road, this is a plant, maybe I'll have to buy this. This is a plant last time when I came here was in spike, so I think this is a smaller flower, but I think it flowers a lot. And so I like plants, I like using plants that flower a lot as a good starting point for crosses that I'm making. So I may actually try to grab one of those. And this is RLC Nellhammer Classy Lady. So this is a clone plant, I would guess. And it's got some I really like the coloration and flaring on this. And this is also pretty fragrant. So I smelled that before and it was nicely fragrant. I'm going to go down and just all I see is one more orchid. These are all, it's in here. So this is in spike right there. You can see that there's a flower down in there. So these are, a lot of them are. So this is the time of year for these guys. And this is it's a $50 cat as shown right there. But there's one that's in bloom down here on the right that I have to go see, and we'll take a look at that together. And I think that may call it a day. Oh, and this is too bad. Even though this is in bloom, it looks like it just opened this morning. So the flower's not quite open. I think it's going to be really pretty spectacular when it does open, but it hasn't. It just looks like it's open for the first time today. And this is the tag that's associated with that plant. Okay, so in looking at the greenhouses here, in the back of the greenhouses, you may or may not be able to see that there's some dendrobiums blooming back there. There are some Vandas right here that it looks like they're soaking in water, like they're probably going to take it to the festival later. I guess that's what you do here. And then again, there's some more white dendrobiums in the back. Got some other dens that are blooming nicely here. So that's all I have. I just wanted to share that with you today. I have to go sit back at my table and see if anyone else wants to come by and chat and maybe buy some Flask. So that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed my video. It would help me out if you would like to keep on seeing my videos to click on like, share, and subscribe to my channel. All right, that's all I have. Happy propagating.